Hey guys, so I'm actually doing a video on Monday. In this video, I want to talk about how I got my portfolio from $5,400 to $22,000 in about 7 months. Now I know they may not be the biggest achievement in the grand scheme of things, but I'm proud of myself, and if you're new to investing, maybe you can learn something, so just watch. The first thing you need is you got to have a steady source of income. Now a little background on myself, I'm a network engineer. I make about late five figures a year. I would consider that a privilege, except for the fact that I worked my ass off for 15 years to get here. So I'm not going to consider that a fucking privilege. And the reason you're going to have a steady source of income is because, like, you got to keep having money coming in. You got to keep pouring money into your portfolio. Let me show you. So this is my Fidelity portfolio. You see right now it's sitting at just under 22,000. Now, let me show you something. If I made this video a couple weeks ago, it would have been much more attractive because I was sitting at 22.5, roughly 22.5. But, I mean, if you've been in the market, you know that September has had quite a bit of a pullback. Back here, I was up like $3,000 or so. Like, you can watch my video from a couple weeks ago, but $3,000 gain, almost 20% in the market. The point I'm trying to make is that even with the pullback, like, I'm still sitting kind of pretty. The point I want to make is that, I mean, this isn't because, you know, I am an amazing stock picker or whatnot, and I've got some good stocks, and that is part of it, but, I mean, being an amazing stock picker alone is not going to get you $1 million. You got to have money coming into this account on a regular basis to be able to put into the portfolio. So I used to have Robinhood. Now I don't. I since transferred to Fidelity, obviously, so I can't show you any history from Robinhood. But I can show you all my history from since I transferred to Fidelity. And you can see I'm putting money in constantly through dividends or through me just depositing money from my bank. So yeah, a constant stream of money. And what I like to do is I like to deposit $1,000 to $1,200 every month. And then towards the end of the month, if I have money left over that I didn't spend, I live a very frugal life, and that's part of it too. I like to put the extra money into the portfolio as well. So I'm investing very aggressively. And if you want your shit to grow, that's what you gotta do. You gotta invest aggressively. Now, don't fuck your finances over while doing it. I mean, keep a budget. You know, make sure you can afford all the shit that you can afford to live. But any extra money, you gotta dump it into the portfolio. It takes sacrifice. And another tip is to just buy the dip, right? Well, that is much easier said than done. Much easier said than done. Let me show you. I started my YouTube channel, well, the YouTube channel as you know it, in February. And right after I started it, everything started going to shit. And the market crashed. I know it's easy in hindsight to say, oh yeah, fuck yeah, that's a good idea. Things are going well. Things are going out well. Why wouldn't you buy during the dip? Well, I need you to understand that, like, when this crash started happening, none of us had any idea that it was gonna rebound this quickly. None of us had any ideas. We didn't have crystal balls. We didn't have shit like that. Like, imagine seeing it right here. Imagine seeing it right here. Imagine you are here. You have no idea that all this other shit was going to happen. All you know is that shit is going bad. You gotta have the discipline to buy when your when your investments fall 20%. When your investments fall 30%. Even more than that. You gotta have the discipline to continue buying your stocks that you believe in. Companies that you've researched. Companies that you believe in over the long term. You gotta have the discipline to buy that shit when it goes down and when it goes down. I've seen plenty of YouTubers and friends, like back in February and March, who just got started investing. They saw the economy was going bad, and then they just bailed out of the market. They said the market was gonna crash. They said it was gonna collapse. It was gonna come back to a usable state for years to come, and they pulled out of the market. And because of that, they missed out on a lot of fucking gains. Now, there was a pullback in September, yes, but, I mean, even with the pullback in September, like, we're nowhere close to March levels. I mean, this is a minor pullback. Now, is this pullback going to continue? Is the stock going to crash? Are we going to crash in September or October? Maybe. If you are a disciplined investor, that shouldn't matter to you. What you should do is clear. If these are companies you believe in, when the stock happens, you purchase more of the stock. When the market rebounds, whether it be the next day or a month or 5 years from now, when it rebounds, you're gonna make out like gangsters. And yes, it is possible that the market will crash and stay crashed for the rest of time, But, I mean, if that happens, we got bigger problems than the market. And one more thing I want to point out is that you can't just throw money into any stock. Well, you probably could back in March and still made money, but over the long term, you can't just put money in any stock. If you are investing in individual stocks, you need to do your research on any company that you plan on investing in. You need to do your background research, read the 10Ks, read the 10Qs, check out the CEO, listen to earnings calls, look at financial statements. Like, you need to make sure that the company that you choose to invest in is a company that you have conviction that the company will do well over the next 3 to 5 years. And you want to buy it at a cheap price. Now, I kind of fucked up with Tesla. A little bit, but other than that, make sure you buy companies that you fully research and are trading at below a fair value. And as a result of all that, you can see, now I can't show you my Robinhood history, but I can show you all my history since I transferred to Fidelity. And there haven't been any explosions. I've just been doing the same thing consistently, constantly putting new money in, constantly buying the dip on stocks that I believe in. Even after the crash and after stocks started to come back, I keep acquiring new companies that I feel are cheaply valued. I kept doing that and over, and as you can see, over the next 7 months or so, I mean, the stock price has gone up on a very gradual but comfortable level. But anyways, this was just a quick video I wanted to do. Just remember to keep money coming into your account. Keep cash on hand to take advantage of any dips in the market or any sudden reductions in stock prices. Lastly, be sure to only invest in companies that you've done your research in and that you believe will do well over the next 3 to 5 years. Anyways, thank you guys. Have a great day and eat your vegetables.